Hi everyone, this is Terry. I'm a practicing astrologer and tarot reader, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Amethyst Astro Tarot. Today is a special edition. It is, I think, I can say that it's inspired and encouraged, and in a way, a community challenge by César from 78 Puertas. Uh, I will be answering the questions that were posted by Cesar on the 18th of May 2024 on the 78 Puertas YouTube channel. And there are like 21 questions. I'm not sure if I have the answers for all of them, but I will do my best to answer and to make a contribution, my humble contribution to this tarot collection top decks hashtag, which is a community challenge. The first question comes as, what was your first tarot deck ever? I told myself when I was taking, oh, surprise, surprise, it's the Rider-Waite-Smith tarot. But this is the centennial edition that I have. That's the first tarot deck ever that I had. The second question is like, which is your most recent tarot deck? That would be the first occult tarot by Robert M. Place. And when I look at the definition on it to explain what it is about, this is the deck envisioned by Louis Raphael Lucrece de Fayol, Comte de Melay in 1781. It's a really nice deck. I mean, that was the last purchase that I had. Okay, and the third question is, which tarot deck has the best colors? When I was taking notes, I was like, So I would say that the best colors that I have from the ones that I own, I will say that the tarot, oh, again, all the boxes are falling out of my hand. The tarot of the sevenfold mystery, I can just show some cards why I think they have the best colors. For example, you can see this. I'm just choosing some cards. The But this is the like the uh, tarot deck. On the other hand, I have um, a Lenormand deck that I have, uh, which is the Ukiyo Lenormand, again by Robert M. Place. The people who know me more or less, that they would know that I'm really enthusiastic about Robert Place's decks in general. Yeah, so I mean, this is the uh, more oracle cards that are like by the like these are more Lenormand cards that we can see. I think the colors and everything with this uh, deck, and I will keep it here in the meantime because another question will be coming regarding that. So the colors are there. Which tarot deck has the best faces? I believe that I don't have a simple answer like, wow, that they have the best faces. So I think lots of, I think, decks, they have really nice, interesting faces. So I wouldn't make, I think, a choice about that. Which is my largest tarot deck? That was an interesting question. And I was thinking that today I took another deck. I thought that because of I think the box confused me a bit. I was thinking that that was my biggest tarot deck, but actually the Raziel Tarot, it's only a major arcana deck, which is by late Rachel Pollack and Robert Place. let me show the cards. This is the major arcana, the secret teachings of Adam and Eve. So we can see also these are the back of the cards normally. And we can see that why they are big. I mean, my hands are quite small, but we can see that they are really huge cards, and this is the back of the deck and the side of the deck. This is the biggest cards that I have. I think since they are only major arcana, I don't think so that in my case it is causing quite a lot of problem, but they are huge. I mean, it can be hard to shuffle sometimes. Again, coming back to smallest tarot deck, as I said, I mean, as smallest, I mean, like tarot, I mean, like really tarot. I think, let me see if this facsimile that I have, I think this is the smallest that I have. This is the deck that I have, which is the facsimile Italian Renaissance woodcut tarocchi. And this is created between 1465 and 500. I mean, this is not, of course, the original. It was created in Ferrara, and it was recreated by Robert Place from whole and fragmented cards on uncut sheets. And I think you can find the examples in the Metropolitan Museum of Art and the Budapest Museum of Fine Arts. I think this is probably one of the smallest that I have. But I think again, Uke Lenormand, which is not, of course, tarot, it's Lenormand, but they are also quite small in that sense. If you see, I mean, these are also small. I mean, they are different. I think these are much like shorter but wider, and the other ones are quite small in that sense. That let me also shuffle them before I put them. In the meantime, I look at the next question. Which tarot deck has the best court cards? Let's see which one has the best court cards. Let me see my notes if I had the written already. Alchemical Tarot of Marseille. Surprise, surprise. Of course, it's again by Robert Place. That deck. I will show the. Hopefully, I will right away find the court card. This is as you can see, I'm not. I'm a bit sometimes becoming clumsy and just spread around. Okay, so that's the Alchemical Tarot of Marseille, as we can see. Let's see if I can have the best court cards in the sense. Hopefully, for example, this is one of them. This is the King of Wands. I like it. I think I like the Queen series from these as well. Actually, I read one today. I mean, I made the weekly reading. For example, this is the Queen of Swords. I like that she's putting the sword. I mean, putting it in the sheath and the opening her book. This is a very nice court card. I like these court cards from the Alchemical Tarot of Marseille. In the meantime, I look at the next question. Which is your most worn out deck? I think I will say the same thing. Also, the box and the cards and everything. I think most worn out at the moment that I have is the Alchemical Tarot of Marseille as well. Next, which is your most esoteric tarot deck? I think I may have two of them, but I brought only one to show everyone. And I will put this apart in the meantime. And okay, so the most esoteric, I think this is very nice. The Sufi Tarot, but by Ayeda Hussein. I will read normally Hussein probably, but it's Ayede Hussein. And it's like there's the uh, Sufism, I mean, that is inside this tarot, and all the Sufist philosophy, everything that are in the cards and in the depiction. So I think that it's a really nice deck with a nice guidebook. I mean, these are I mean, these are not recommendations. These are also the answers to the question. There is no, also, I mean, I have to, I think, say that there is no advertising or anything like that. It's just simply answering the questions for the tarot collection top decks. I think this is really a nice deck that I would say esoteric tarot deck. I mean, shadow work, I couldn't find any answer for that question. I think it's more like I couldn't decide which deck to show. So I will say that I will pass this question. Which tarot deck has the best backs? I think that's again way down, hands down, all the way to, I think, Raziel Tarot. I will say that I think it has a very phenomenal I mean, back design in that sense. I think it's really nice. I really like the back of this cards. The card stock, I think it was more like in the quality and everything, how you um, feel it. In that sense, I think I will come again back with this facsimile woodcut tarot. I think they are really nice, and then we can, you see, I mean, feel this and everything. They are really sturdy and also nice to shuffle. You see, easy to handle, really good quality. I think this is one of the best that I have as the cardstock. The soft silky, oh, I'm thinking like if I have any like really, really soft, I think I will go for that again. That I think in that sense it's really important that there's an easy slide and everything, that it feels nice in the hand. I think in that sense I have this Marziano tarot deck that is recreated in 2025 uh, by Robert and Place, and actually this is the it it is, I think, known. If uh, I'm wrong, you correct me, but it is what it is. It comes with the deck as well. This is the oldest known tarot deck, conceived by Marziano Tortona and first created by Michelino da Besozzo in Milan between 1412 and 1425. I will show you the deck. This is Marziano tarot deck, and I can see that, I mean, like, really, I think it's like soft, silky, beautiful. It's really nice, this deck, and this is the deck itself. I mean, the cover of the deck. Unfortunately, when the deck came, I mean, what happened that my son was a bit younger, and they saw I mean, that my daughter and my son, they saw the box and they like jump. Oh, etc. And then they were opening it, and then some accident happened, and the box got a bit torn apart, but that's fine. And the other question, after the soft silky touch, we said Marzian, I said Marziana Tarot. The best sound when you shuffle in. Thinking about that again. Let me see which shuffles the best. I think I will go again with the alchemical tarot of Marcel. Which of the decks is most misunderstood? Hmm. I think I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, for that, I believe that I have to know what people think about uh, all the decks that I own. I mean, like, I wouldn't like go and, um, I mean, if I see online, of course, I will look for things about what, but I don't think so that there is a really misunderstood in that sense any deck that I have. Most historical, I already said, it's the again Marziano Tarot. And hmm, which tarot deck was the most surprising for good or bad? I mean, in any case, if I had anything for bad, I think I would have given that away. There are sometimes happens that I want to say in general, like we see some of the decks online, and I mean it's like the people read those decks. I mean it's like when I see the reading and everything and all the stuff that goes with the reader, it's beautiful. The deck is beautiful, and then it arrives home, and then you see that I think there is no real connection with the deck. I mean, it happened with me with some of the decks. I mean, for good, I mean, like I generally, I mean, like look at the decks, and before I purchase them, I see with other readers, and also I look at the details. I read about them a lot. I also look at the cars and everything. So I think, like, wow, what a wonderful deck. I mean, like I think exceeded my expectations. I don't know if it ever happened, but I think. For bad, it happened, which I wouldn't, I would prefer not to mention it, and I have given away those decks who may appreciate them better. I prefer to give to someone that will think that they are better for them to read with. Which tarot deck has the best purchase story? I think again it was the Sufi tarot because I mean this was I think was set for a date that was around my birthday. So I saw this and I was telling my husband, "Ah, I saw this etc. deck, blah blah." And then in the end, I think it just arrived on my birthday or something like more or less around that time, which was really good. What tarot deck do you always use for self readings? I think I generally go. I, by the way, I hardly read for myself, and it's I think a bit challenging for me to read for myself in that sense. Uh, but I will probably go with the tarot of the sevenfold mystery for reading for myself. And which is the most difficult tarot deck to be mastered? I mean, I think it's like um, I have, for example, that I didn't bring it here from my deck pile, but um, I'm thinking like if I bring it now, so that everyone can see it. I think to be mastered, I think if there is a lot of things to learn about in a deck, for example, I think the alchemical tarot of Marcel. I mean, in the end, I mean, with the intuition and everything, we can read the decks. But for example, alchemical tarot of Marcel, of course, it has all this um, tradition of tarot de Marcel coming with it, but also there is alchemy and the hermeticism that is added inside the cards, and so in that sense, I think um, when you need to learn about all, I've been still reading the related book with this, and I think it takes time. I mean, to really say that like I know this deck. I think it's with most of the decks. I'm like, it's like because the people who create them, these decks, and it can be either the depiction or the also the story behind them. I think it's not easy. I think the same holds with the Raziel Tarot. I mean, like when I think this is probably it take me a lifetime because the booklet that has been written by Rachel Pollack is like phenomenal, but it's also very in depth. I mean, you can see lots of things from the Old Testament, and also there are things from ancient Egypt and everything, and all to understand all the depth in the cards and in the meanings and in the depictions that come with this deck in the Raziel Tarot. I think it's also a really challenging deck to be mastered. And the what tarot deck is the best overall? Now, I wouldn't um, give. It's like I think they all have different qualities, and I believe that I have other decks also which didn't answer these questions, but they don't mean that uh, they are not in my priority list. If they are still here with me, then it means that uh, I appreciate them a lot. So in that sense, I think I wouldn't give a wow. That's the. I mean, because that it doesn't mean that we are using a deck all the time, or I mean, like make the readings with them all the time. Doesn't necessarily probably mean that that's the best overall, but it's like sometimes a connection that we have, and yeah, it's like as we don't make any separation between certain things, I wouldn't say best overall. um, I think that would be with me with all the questions. I believe that I answered all the questions, and I hope that I didn't miss anything with them. And I think that's my contribution for the tarot collection top decks hashtag that is created by 78 Puertas and César. Thank you for this community challenge. I have been really happy to be part of it. As you can see, I have also had difficulty to decide what it is, what is not, and I skip some of the questions or gave more, what we say, uh, diplomatic answers for them. Anyway, uh, I hope that this video is good for I mean, like it's some food for thought and also beneficial for some of the people that would be watching. So all the best. Have a nice day. Bye bye.